Good evening, everybody, or good morning, depending on where you are in the world. We have Johnny's hands and Becca. Johnny's in a temporary makeshift setup.
Yes.
He has no desk.
There's a shelf in the corner of the room. That's where we are right now.
Little bit of darker lighting, but we can see him okay. Mm-hmm. We're just happy he's here.
Yes.
Right, Artie?
Oh, there's my little boyfriend.
Hi, of course. You click go live and he's here.
Like, hello.
So Johnny had a little bit of an obstacle getting to Pittsburgh, but finally made it yesterday.
Yeah, somebody was trying to work against me. I found out who yesterday. I don't know who exactly, but you got something coming. I'm just telling you right now.
Whoa.
But we made it. We're here. There's no hurricane. I left just in time. Thoughts and prayers to those in Florida and Louisiana.
And out in California with the fires.
I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we're here.
Got about 314 people here with us.
And that's your notification.
Cool. And for everyone that continues to ask, for some reason now it's taking about a day or so for the live chat to show up on the video replays. So for when you're going back to watch Jenny's channel later on, if you were not during the live, it's YouTube. It's taken about a day or so for it to show up. So just please bear with Jenny and with Johnny and I and everybody else. The chats are taking a while to load. So
I can't see the chat at all. Telephone.
This is like the old days, the first video I did with Johnny and he was hands only. I'm having a deja vu moment.
We can kind of see his face right now. There's like the top of his head and his glasses. Hi, Johnny. Hi.
So while we're waiting on people to come in, my next door neighbor whose dog passed away back in May, the dog I used to dog sit for, got a new puppy 1 week ago. And her name is Curry. And she's about 3 months old and she's all floppy-eared and so sweet. And she and Lucy have been becoming friends. So she bounds over to Lucy and Lucy puts her paw on her like, chill. You have to be subservient to the cat. But when she gets scared of Lucy, because Lucy will hiss at her every now and then, she gets right in her face and hisses right up her nose. She'll go running back over to her mom, like, save me, protect me.
But Lucy's so sweet.
But in general, they're getting along. And Curry gave her a little chin kiss this morning. So they're getting along fine.
Lucy's the mom.
Yeah, Lucy just keeps putting her little paw on her to remind her. She doesn't swat her or anything, but oh my God. I had Lucy on the front sidewalk on her leash and harness before I took her up with Curry later. And somebody was walking a bigger dog and they were not controlling the dog well. The dog's like pulling on the leash and out of control. And she goes, oh, does your cat like dogs? I said, yes, if they're subservient to her. You have to approach her gently, or wait for her to walk to the dog. And she let that dog come bounding over to Lucy and she swatted the crap out of his nose. And I said, got to grovel to the cat. He's not going to put up with just any dog. That dog also backed off and was like, uh-oh.
Oh, so,
man. When training dogs how to be around cats, if all else fails, let the cat have them. So Trump claimed that the FDA is slowing down drug companies on creating a vaccine until after the election. In other words, he thinks the FDA is why we're not getting a vaccine faster. So is it true? Is the FDA slowing down drug companies?
Yeah, what I seen today was he is basically in his petty mode, like he is. Because he's a child. The FDA won't push the My Pillow guys pills, kind of like the hydrochloroquine. They have this other one. I forget the name of it. It starts with the O.
The oleander based one, oleandrin or something like that.
And so he can't get the FDA to push it. And so now he hates the FDA. Along with the WHO and Earth and the sun and everything else. But is the FDA slowing it down is the question?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's saying here in the comments that drug that the My Pillow guy is pushing, it's poisonous.
Anybody, there was a bestseller book in the 1990s, I believe, or early 2000s called My Oleander. And it was on Oprah Winfrey's, Book of the Month Club. So we all read it. We all know what oleander is. It's how you murder people. Purely for entertainment purposes only, YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
But, I mean, that's kind of what I get here. There is the 4 swords and 8 of swords. That's not that they're not slowing something down. They're not pushing something for him. They're powerless in that situation. This is not really something they can slow down. There is progress, but there is hard progress with the 9 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So slowing down a vaccine is not really happening right now because you don't have one at all. But they are working towards one. But I get the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. So they are being retaliated against. Or not really retaliated. They're being called names by Donald Trump because of something that they won't do. They won't push poison with the 5 of Pentacles. That's my card for disease. So no, they're not slowing them down.
Yeah, I get this is a new inspiration by Trump because he knows he's losing and he's got people walking away from him. So, his challenge is to surprise people with something. The FDA does have a plan off the ground. They're, working towards things, but this is a Trump lie. This inspiration is a lie. And it's a way of him trying to show strength for whatever reason he thinks that's strength. And to try to keep things hidden and to create more anxiety, like, oh no, we've got to have Trump or we won't get a vaccine. What are you getting, Becca?
I got the mountain here for the slowdown. No, this is something that he's doing here with the bouquet. This would be your joy, your happiness, your gifts, but it's ending here with the clouds. This is just him blowing smoke, trying to just blow smoke and confuse people. It's not my fault. It's the FDA. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, no, they're not slowing it down. He's just blowing smoke. So
it's always somebody else's fault.
Yep. Only I can fix it. It's always somebody else's fault.
But when it goes wrong, somebody else did.
Yep.
And everything he's saying like, well, when I'm reelected, then I'll look at doing this and look at doing that. Like he's holding America hostage. It's like, do it now,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Marianne Trump Berry, the former judge, it was secretly recorded on tapes with Mary Trump, the niece, who just released the book. And she was saying things like Trump has no principles and you can't trust him and just slamming him. So my question is, first, will there be a lawsuit? Because she didn't know she was being recorded, although Mary Trump had agreed to be recorded. And supposedly only one person has to agree for it to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
So will there be a lawsuit to Mary Trump for taping her? And she was going to speak at the convention, I think Tuesday night. They replaced her with the Satan, as Lori from the Way to Positive Change calls him, the Santa down in Florida.
So will there be a lawsuit against Mary Trump for recording her aunt?
Yeah.
I got there will be at least a threat or some sort of look into it. The Hermit, the Sun, and the Knight and the Queen of Swords, which is my law card or legal card. 8 of Swords and 6 of Wands. So yeah, there's going to be a an inquiry about it, says the Hermit. So yeah, definitely. Because I think it's more of a pride thing because she's embarrassed now than more of a legal thing. So you know how Trumps do.
I'm kind of getting it's more of a slander thing that Trump might sue for slander, because I'm getting it's an emissary for the king from the White House, like somebody that sues on behalf of the family. Sneakiness going on with this recording, and Trump thinking he stands on higher ground. He's going to talk about this. And I get there is a plan they're trying to get off the ground. He's going to try and say it's all lies and slander and try to show strength. We're going to hear more of the tapes too. That's going to create even more anxiety. I don't get that they'll be victorious in a lawsuit, but victorious in making him go away, retiring. What are you getting, Becca?
I'm getting that if they try to form some sort of a union, it doesn't work because it's law. It's something that is written in the books for the public here. See what I'm saying? Like a public commitment. It's like if they try, it doesn't go anywhere. But it's kind of odd too, considering that her aunt had to resign as a federal judge because they were going to start investigating her for her own crimes. So yes. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. Come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, it doesn't.
So are these tapes going to affect the election at all? The fact that his sister is calling him untrustworthy and no principles, will it affect the election? You know what's going to affect the election? Russia. That's on the bottom.
I get a yes, it's especially depending on how he responds. We get an 8 of Cups in the middle and then a Chariot here. How he responds to this, Hierophant, 7 of Wands, how he defends himself in public, how his morals show is going to be indicative of what some of his voters do.
I'm getting a yes too. You know, some of them are going to be moving away. I get that Chariot card, moving on. I get the Tower and my yes card, the Sun, making agreements with someone else. So I'm kind of surprised. I didn't think it would affect the elections, but I'm getting a yes. It kind of isolates Trump more. What are you getting, Becca?
I'm getting a no. I'm getting that the problems are they die. It just like dies off. They stay loyal. I worded mine as will the tapes affect the elections against Trump? It's just saying no because there's that one group that will always remain loyal. So you're not going to change those people's minds, you know, like the crazies. So that's maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
So the Durham investigation, which they think is going to be Barr's October surprise, pulling out stuff on Hunter Biden and all that crap. Does Barr know that he won't find anything? Because they've already had 3 other investigations on this. Does he know they won't find anything? He's just using it to spin stuff before the elections. Does he already know it'll die in the courts is my question, because they won't have enough evidence to take it to court.
I did guess, but I also, before I pulled, I heard that he's not actually looking. This kind of seems like I never know the euphemism. Is it dog and pony show? How does that go? It's kind of like that. There's him and there's the law. So we got that right in the middle. But there's the 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. There's some sort of, the word just left me. There's something else they're doing. It's like diversion. Like they're doing one thing in front and then one thing behind. So yeah. What's interesting, this Hierophant has on like 3 crowns. And so he's got something else that he's doing. There's other jobs that he has to do.
Yeah, I'm getting he knows it's going to come to an end in the courts, that they'll have to walk away from it. So it's a betrayal. It's just a bullying technique, just to create more anxiety and stuff. But it does feel like people are going to be asking questions. Like there is something else going on with them. We may need to look at that. What are you getting, Becca?
So the way I worded my question was, will the Durham report affect the elections in favor of Trump? Because that's what they're trying to do. So on this top line here, I got the dog, the letter. Here's that report from a friend. There's success, exposure, something passionate. However, at the end of the day, it doesn't do anything. It comes to an end, dead, kaput, nothing. There is a huge problem, a huge obstacle, a lot of anxiety, some trials, sacrifice, and punishment here. And then there's a woman here that gets cleared. I don't know why it's a woman. I don't know if there's a woman in the report or what's going on here, because the letter knights over to the woman. So I don't know if it's specific to a woman in the report or what they're trying to do. It's like they're trying to clear him and make them look bad. But at the end of the day, this thing dies and it doesn't do them any good at all. At all. So it's like it doesn't achieve what they're trying to use it to achieve, which is basically a smear campaign, but it doesn't go anywhere. So
I was just thinking about the RNC convention this week and thinking about who's speaking at it, who all's coming. And my guides just said, there's your indictment list. Like as we watch each speaker coming up, there's the indictment list. So let's ask first, how's the RNC convention going to go?
Oh.
Trump's speaking every night because it's all about him. Me. Put the camera on me. I got to be on TV.
The poop show.
He's like that little kid in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory that wants to be on TV, so he shrinks himself down to get on TV all the time.
Mm-hmm. But with the color of an Oompa Loompa. So.
Yeah.
So
that he does have.
So how's the RNC going to go, huh?
How's the convention going to go? Because everybody was praising, even on Fox News, they were talking about how good the DNC convention went, even with the pre-recorded things. And
well, Democrats are good at speeches. If they can't do nothing else, they can whip up a crowd.
How's the Republican National Convention going to go?
Nobody outspeeches Obama's. You got the right one.
Although Michelle gave it a good try, because I thought she was brilliant.
Well, actually, that's who I meant. Is her.
Yeah. It is what it is. Throwing his words right back at him.
Ay, 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 ay. Oh, dear Jesus. Get your tinfoil hats ready, guys. You're going to watch that.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
So there is the Chariot of the Two of Wands, the Emperor. So there is, of course, this is all done for the greedy king. There's going to be a lot of manipulation going on behind the scenes as far as like the convention goes itself. There's going to be a lot of things that are going wrong behind the scenes, or a lot of people that are fighting or something of that nature. But they're trying to keep that, under wraps, so it looks like a seamless machine, but it's really not. Because I get the Nine of Wands there. Somebody's going to work harder than they ever have in their entire life. The word of warning is the Six of Cups. This comes up for me as Donald Trump when he's in childish mode. And he is going to come out and say some things because he's not a good on-script person. And you can tell when he's reading because he talks very, very slowly and because he's reading. But in the end, I get the Eight of Swords and the High Priestess. There is going to be a lot of Democrats this, conspiracy that, here with the Page of Wands as well, immature messaging. So yeah, it's going to be a crap show behind the scenes, and it's going to be I wish he didn't say that in front of the scenes.
What are you getting, Becca?
I'm going to let you go first because I'm still dissecting this thing.
Okay. Well, I've got America on the bottom here, and I've got for the first card, a lot of them are already disengaged. A lot of them have already either blocked him or cut from him and cut from the RNC. So their challenge is there's a lot of endings coming up. They can't get, a lot of cooperation. People are already walking away from them. There is chaos behind the scenes. It's just fight, 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 bicker, bicker. And it's just heartbreak for them. They're going to have to transition to something else. Their speeches even, I think, will transition into other, like the rhetoric will keep changing. Like, what's the platform? You're going to hear the QAnon crap and you're going to hear the regular crap. It's all crap. It's the same old over and over again. I do get there is one surprise coming up at the convention, a change that is confusing. They're going to regret that too. Something's coming to a completion, and then we have the Fool and the Devil. So whether that's a new VP or I don't know. That was like pretty strong cards to get for. What are you getting, Becca?
I pulled a double line of 7 because that's what wanted to come out. So I'm sorry. Scythe, woman, snake, heart, coffin, mice, fox. A dangerous woman that's a liar. Passionate comes to an end, and they're going to start with the ramping up of conspiracy theories and fraud around this dangerous woman. So I'm assuming quite possibly they're going to put a target on whoever this woman is, quite possibly Kamala Harris. Okay, they're going to put a target on her. She's got the scythe right above her. This bottom row, we have the cross, the garden, the bouquet, the birds, the book, the lilies, and the tower. This is going to be a convention full of dogmatic, dangerously religious people. There's going to be a lot of false praise and passionate speaking, like pretty words to butter somebody up. They're going to cover up stuff about the deaths, keep it secret. The conservatives that did not show here, the no-show conservatives here that stayed home or they've separated themselves somehow, are crapping their pants about what they see because they have the mice right over them. They're like crapping their pants about what's taking place at that convention. It's a passionate convention. However, that happiness comes to an end. A lot of talk here about conspiracies, something false around a false investigation targeting the FBI here. Talks about wanting to punish and cut away the FBI because the FBI did something fraudulent.
What card do you get for FBI?
The Fox and the Tower, an institution that investigates, an institution with specialists that investigates fraud. A lot of chitter. The birds carries a little bit of nervous energy with it. Traditionally, this was the card of nervousness. The mice is anxiety. You're going to have a lot of chatter here about stuff that makes people very, very anxious. Conspiracies. They're going to cover up the deaths, and with these three, the Republicans that stayed home, the quiet conservatives that have separated or kind of distancing themselves are crapping. They're going to be crapping their pants because they have the mice over their head. Targeting Kamala, false praise, like a dangerous religious institution or a religious group of people. I mean, this is going to turn into a circus. And there's a woman here in the public and an organization of women as well, or a woman in an organization. There's something here too about cosmetic surgery. I don't know what that's about because the scythe knight's down to the bouquet, and a woman that speaks. She's lying about a secret, passion about being conservative, and then something that is dead or is closed in the government. Lying about a trial. I mean, this. Is anybody there recently had cosmetic surgery? I mean, besides Ivanka and Melania and Trump and everybody else, but.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. Maybe this is their unveiling moment. Thank you, Brandon.
But there's a woman that takes center stage somehow. And they put a target on another woman. So I'm thinking that's Kamala Harris. So
they've been saying that they think they'll really go after VP Harris, I'm going to call her.
Yeah, they're going to put a target on
Biden. More than Biden. Like, try to undermine her.
They already started with her family, talking about her mom and her dad and all that stuff.
Yeah, and the birther thing, they've already started.
See, she has the scythe right. She has the scythe right before her. She's a target somehow. They're going to target her specifically for, who knows, birtherism. I mean, get original, would you? I mean, come on.
So it's kind of like when they nominated Sarah Palin for VP, the Tea Party movement took over the Republican Party. Well, now the QAnon movement is taking over the Republican Party. It's like, okay, you're going to base a whole party on conspiracies that aren't true, that you know aren't true. So,
yep. That's their new base, Jenny. A bunch of crazies.
Johnny, let's do a reading on QAnon and their supposed illicit cannibalism and trafficking and all that.
I'm gonna sit this one out, y'all. I'm gonna just sit this one out.
I may pull some Lenormand cards too,
and purposely screw it up.
I'll do both.
We're just gonna show you guys what it's like when you watch a fake reading. Just like when you watch a fake QAnon person talking.
So what question are you guys asking?
I'm just asking about QAnon and the cannibalism and trafficking.
Oh, Yoda's in the chat. Hi, Yoda.
Hey, Yoda. It's good to see Yoda on with you again last night.
Yeah, I missed her. Thank you, Suzanne.
Thank you, Suzanne.
So you guys are going to be demonstrating a fake reading, or what's the
You just wait and see, madam.
Okay, I'll just sit here in suspense.
Oh, Johnny, you're doing an in-depth one, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to show
cards on Johnny's table.
So, as far as okay, the Four of Cups is basically fate. This is something you have to submit to, something you have no control over. And there is a woman here in charge. This is Ghislaine Maxwell. Seven of Wands and the Chariot. There is a lot of talk and a lot of work that is being put to traveling back and forth. The Chariot is about movement. So this is going back and forth. The High Priestess in the world. This is a bigger thing. This is like some big giant conglomerate. They have a lot of secrets. Here with the Moon as well. There's a lot of secrets. There is people that have been sacrificed here with the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is about heartbreak. And then there's the Three of Pentacles. As you can see, everybody's sort of gathered around the cauldron. And so there is people who are being sacrificed, who are being sort of given unto this worldly organization. And the movement back and forth. This is your trafficking. And, you know, the Seven of Wands is telling you that as well. Now with the Lenormand, there are gifts that go back and forth here with the Bouquet of the Storks. And it does have something to do with something that is in abundance as well. There's also a lot of luck and opportunity. And right below it, we do have the abuse. We do have the people who are being sacrificed, like I said, here with the Whip and the Three of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. These people are being sacrificed. They are being devastated as well here with the Mice. So, yeah.
Yeah, I get it real bluntly with the Lenormand. I get there's a book that lists out the people that are eating the sacrifices. Book my cross.
And Johnny got the cauldron, so they must be cooking them.
Yes.
They must. Maybe not. And I've got tarot pulled too here. I've got, it's people in the government, and Trump and his people are going to shine a light on those that are doing this. They're going to investigate, but it's people that are collaborating within our government, and they're very, very strong. Obviously, they've got a different perspective on things, since there is a give and take of life here, and this is what they love to do. It's what they love to do. It's like they wait to pick out. They watch over who they're going to pick out for the next meal.
They do the little finger test, like on Hansel and Gretel. They test the finger.
Yeah.
So this right here, you guys, is a perfect example of what not to believe.
Now, see, well, let me tell you what it says, actually.
And Johnny's going to clarify what the reading actually says.
When you ask about cannibalism and cults and the Trump administration, QAnon, Ghislaine, all that stuff, you have the Four of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. This is my America card too, but you can call this, let's call this Ghislaine. This is not, but let's call it that, just for clarification, since I said this was her. The Four of Cups means that she is despondent, means that she has no role in this. This is just something that's happening. And then there's her. The Chariot and the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is not communication, like I said it was before. This is actually defending. This is defending your beliefs and your ideas and trying to get to a higher ground. So this is also the Chariot. The Chariot is over time. And then there's the High Priestess and the World. There is hidden knowledge, but it has already come to completion. And then there is misinformation about it. The Moon. The misinformation comes from people who have an agenda to, I guess, isolate. Here with the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Some people do this on purpose because it is some people like mess. And so when you can sort of, I guess, draw that out in people here with the Three of Pentacles, it is for progression and money. Because the Three of Pentacles is about work. This is about the person who is skilled, very skilled at what they do, or at the very least, they seem to be because they have a reputation. Remember, this person's coming to, or these two people are coming to this person based upon reputation. We have a blueprint of something we would like you to build, and would you build it for us? And so this also is not disaster and sacrifice. This is actually eating away at it. So, and you don't really pick out 2 Lenormand cards out of 10 and tell you a whole message. So it is very easy to do this on purpose when all you're trying to do is elevate yourself. So none of this said anything about sacrifice, but do you see how easy it is for a person to believe such a thing if I was to just tell you that?
Sally, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing your name right. Thank you. And thanks for joining us first time in a live chat. Thank you, Catherine, Super Truthful, Turner, and Clarissa also. I was jotting down names so I wouldn't miss anybody. So, yeah, I get there are people in the government that are into this QAnon conspiracy thing. We're trying to shine a light on it. The challenge is to have someone truly investigate them. Their base is getting quite strong. There is a working together on this. So there are those, it's a premeditated, I'm going to throw conspiracies out there. And they prey on the unbalanced. They prey on the people who can't think for themselves, that are unbalanced. It's an authority, this is morals, dogma, someone of a higher morality or of a higher, what's the word? Authority. Thank you, Sarah. They try to put a different perspective on everything, and they make everybody very emotional and anxious, and then they just wait to see what the fallout is. They're not waiting to see who they're going to eat, guys. They're waiting to see what the fallout is.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Oh, so with Lenormand, I had the book, The Mice and the Cross, and help me with that, Becca. The book is Knowledge, right?
Knowledge and Secrets, Anxiety with the Mice, and Making People Suffer in Trials. Those are 2 negative cards and a neutral. What was the question for those 3 cards right there?
I was just focusing on QAnon and the conspiracy of cannibalism, and
it's not true. It's not true. And my sister Yoda, who's in the comment section, made a very good point. She just said, how many victims have come forward against Jeffrey Epstein right now? And how many of those people have voiced that conspiracy that they're eating people in an island? Use common sense. Use common sense.
Yeah.
Be careful what you're consuming.
Becca had said that she can't fake a Lenormand reading. So I said, I'll fake one. Thank you, crazy cat lady. So, how fake is that, there's a book, a list of names, and they're eating people and they're sacrificing, It looks like what the cards look like, but it's not what it means, guys.
And I asked why, and they basically gave me what the tarot just said. There is loyalty, abundance, exposure, and success with the sun, longevity, with the anchor and the lilies. It's just for opportunity, exposure, and success.
Yep. So please be careful.
People like mess.
Be careful what you're consuming. If it sounds crazy, it's probably because it's crazy. So
and you're probably listening to a reader that's not grounded, or you're watching a video of just people trying to make you afraid. So if you have a lot of anxiety or depression or tendencies towards being suicidal, those are videos you don't want to watch.
No. And yes, QAnon is a Russian GRU, KGB, PSYOPs, conspiracy theorist organization to cause mayhem. So please be mindful of what you're consuming on YouTube is all I'm trying to say.
It was pushed by Rush Limbaugh and Alex Jones, and then it just took off from there. I mean, Alex Jones, need you say anything else?
That's all you need to say right there.
That's all you need to say right there.
Yep.
So back to our real readings. Will Trump be charged with treason for giving Putin military intel?
Which was proven when he gave information that we had, I think, on India or Indonesia, something like that, when they came to the Oval Office. Well, his spies came to the Oval Office. And then they left secrets.
So will Donald Trump be charged with treason for giving Russia military intelligence? It ain't just Russia, sweetheart.
Yeah,
it ain't just Russia. It ain't just Russia. But we'll go with that.
But we already know about Russia because they were in the Oval Office on Inauguration Day. Getting their wiretaps put in, all their bugs. Woo! There he is.
Ooh,
right on the button.
Devil. Ask the devil and he makes an appearance.
Thank you, Pam. Pam, we're going to read on that.
Dear Lord.
So is he going to get charged with treason?
I get yes and no. Well, not charged. I think somebody's going to bring it up, but I don't see anything sticking. But he now, mind you, wait a minute, mind you, he is going to be in court for entertainment purposes only. If he survives, he's going to be in court for 1,000 years, for a very long time, with the judgment and the 9 of Wands. So he is going to be going through it like nobody's business, but I don't see treason.
I've gotten the treason card before on him, and somebody told me in my comments that you can't be charged with treason unless you're at war. And it's like, yes, you can. Read it again. You don't have to be at war. If you give information to an enemy, that's treason. It doesn't matter if you're at war or not. So I do get the devil on the bottom here, that there's a lot of corruption going on in the White House, causes for major anxiety, and I feel like national security anxiety with another foreign leader that information has been given to sleep on. It's a circle of support. So I feel like there's 3 of them that are sharing information. There's a lot of cooperation going on. It will be investigated. We're going to hear more about this also. And there are people in the Republican Party that have been doing this for a long time also, and they're all about to get hit with the tower, and there's going to be some walking away. Some people are going to have to leave their positions over it. Thank you, Summer.
I asked mine a little bit differently. I asked mine if he would be charged as a traitor. Okay. I got the moon, the snake, the stars. This is a yes. This is him being a traitor, betraying. Okay. Yes, he gets exposed as a betrayer. And there's something here with maps, satellites, digital technology. I don't know if he gave secrets in regards to something like this, whatever this would be. This would be like maps, satellites, technology, internet. But for being a traitor, yes. I didn't ask about treason. So when that happens, I don't know. But I'm getting a yes on that.
You got the moon and the stars?
Yes, the moon, the snake,
the stars. Could that be career information, something that only he was supposed to have? Or
yes.
Someone in his position was supposed to have?
Yep, and he betrayed it and spread it out.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So Pam a minute ago was asking something I had on the list. She wasn't asking. She was saying Donnie is going to need diapers if Cohen drops the next excerpt of his book during the RNC convention. So will he? Will Michael Cohen drop another excerpt of his book this week during the convention?
I thought you were going to say, would he need diapers? It's like,
Thank
Lord.
you, JR.
No.
Will Michael Cohen release another excerpt from his book?
I actually had that on the list when Pam brought it up in the super chat. So, will he release another excerpt this week during the RNC convention?
He should do it the same day.
Oh, my victory card just fell out. What'd you get, Becca?
I'm getting bingo, and it stands out. The key, which is one of the most positive cards in the deck. The clover, which is a little bit of luck, but with these two together, that's like bingo. And then whatever comes out here stands out. It stands out in the institutions, in the courts, in the government, perhaps the media. It stands out. So
I get a big bingo too. What are you getting, Johnny? I get, yes, the Four of Wands and Five of Pentacles. There's your victory with the Four of Wands, and then trying to push somebody out with the Five of Pentacles. Eight of Swords, trapping him with, this is his desire, is to do so. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, to cause trouble. This is kind of his job now, especially with him being a CPAC, not CPAC, what do you call that? Super PAC person. So yeah, he's sort of, this is his job right now. This is not necessarily somebody paying him to do it, but in his mind, it's his job to cause conflict with the Five of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. So yes.
Those look like Monopoly cards.
Yes, they do. They even have little names up at the top, just like
can I buy a hotel on the boardwalk? Oh, wait, Trump did that and bankrupted it.
You know, the tower is a hotel, and it's got a crack in it. In this bed.
So I get it. Like, here's Michael just sitting back waiting for the right time, you know, when to gather his harvest. His challenge is to find the most disruptive time because he wants Trump gone, and he's got this little surprise, you know, and I get my yes card. He's going to be shining a light on things. He's going to be doing a little bit of bullying as well as defending himself at the same time. So he's going to push back on Trump. And here's another yes card, that action card with the Ace of Clubs. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, he is. Thank you, Colleen. So watch for some more of his book to come out this week.
Get your petty boots out, folks. It's going to be fun.
I'm going to have to, I'm going to be up to those waders, they call them, you know, that you wear when you're fishing soon. Waist high.
As long as they petty, they work.
Okay, so Cy Vance is supposed to get Trump's taxes, right? He's already gotten stuff, I think, from Deutsche Bank. The judge knocked down Trump again on Friday, I think it was, might have been Thursday. Is he going to get the taxes before the election?
Well, I think as of right now, the Trump's lawyers are fighting it again. The judge said no. So now it's going to a panel of 3 judges, and Trump's lawyers have to have their arguments ready no later than the 29th of the month. They have to have their arguments ready by September when they hear it again. So
it already went to the Supreme Court. It's like,
but there was also talk that if he doesn't get his emergency stay and it goes before this 3-judge panel and they don't grant him the emergency stay, he's already floating the idea of taking it back to the Supreme Court to try to get the emergency stay. He's just going to keep
bouncing it back and forth.
What is that, Johnny? Messenger of
slow and steady. That's what he's going to try to do. is drag it out. Both of these cards are the same thing. The Chariot is also a slow and steady wins the race type of deal. So yeah, he's going to keep trying to drag it out here with the major courts. The King of Pentacles is my card for a major court. There's Knight of Cups, though, and the Ace of Swords is my confirmation that yes, he will get it.
All it takes is for one judge to say enough. That's it. You know?
Yeah. I get, the Tower card on the bottom, so I think he's going to get it too. It's like, this is what Trump does all the time. Delay it, try to cover it up. And bad news card here. I think he's climbing to higher ground, the Cy Vance, and he's going to get it. It's going to be a little bit of a battle to get it, but he's going to get it with that victory card. It's just going to be slow and steady.
I'm getting the same thing. I got the Anchor, which is positive, the Clover, which is positive, the Moon, which is positive. He'll get it before the election. However, he's going to have to stick to his guns and be persistent. It might be a little bit slow. It's got the Clover right behind it, so this might add to a little bit of a speed, but it's saying yes. So he'll get him.
Oh, before I forget and before we go to the next question, I just wanted to let everybody know tomorrow night I'm going to be doing a live stream with Adrian from Red Lentil Healing. We'll be on Red Lentil Healing's channel. I'll post that tomorrow so you guys can find us. But we're going to do 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
I've never read with her. We've been talking about it for several weeks and trying to decide if we can get through a reading together without cracking up because she makes me laugh.
It'll be fun.
It'll be a fun one. So y'all join us tomorrow night. Okay, let's try one more time. Who are the Republicans nominating for president at the convention this week? I kind of think Trump will nominate himself, because that's what.
Jenny, can I please ask if it will be a brokered convention? Because, my head is saying it's going to be brokered. The part the part of the party that recognizes they've hit the iceberg and they're trying to save themselves with a fork to get the water out. Then the other side that's willing to go down with the ship.
Well, and they have that 2 location thing going on. One at they're in a federal building, which is illegal in Washington, D.C., right across the street from Trump's hotel. And the other one, elsewhere. It's like, what's going on? Why are there 2 conventions?
Yep. One for the QAnon people, and then the other one's for...
Yeah, and the demon doctor. Thank you, Sunflower. So you want to start with, is it brokered?
Yeah.
Will it be a brokered convention?
Will the RNC have a brokered convention? RNC have a brokered convention. Will be a brokered convention at the RNC.
Every time I read on the RNC, this card comes up. It's just going to be chaos and fighting, chaos and fighting. I get a yes card, Becca.
I'm going to wait for Johnny to go because I might be reading this backwards and wrong and doing a fake reading right now. So I'm going to let Johnny go while I look at this and try to piece it together.
Well, I still get Trump. I got him last time too, but I get the 2 of Pentacles, so there's either 2 somethings or it's off balance. And then I get the Fool, which is the Go card here. And then I get the Victory, so I still get him.
I get that there's something that closed, there's an ending here. And then there's a new direction and then happiness here.
This is an ending too that I'm getting. and a manipulation. Somebody's leaving. Judgment being cast on them. And there's my, like, it's very confusing for everybody that's watching. And there's my yes card that it's a brokered convention, like, because, this is crowning the reading, all the fighting and chaos.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mystical.
I have a question.
Yeah.
We need to word it this way, though. Potentially, August the 27th, what will Trump's day be like?
Okay, August 27th.
Yes, I don't want to know how it's going to be. I want to know potentially.
What was that, Johnny? You don't want to know how it's going to be. You want to know what?
I want to know potentially how it's going to be.
August
There's like
27th.
something, and there's some in particular I'm looking for, and I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to influence.
August 27th.
Yes.
August 27th, which is this week. Today's the 23rd. It'll be Thursday. How's Trump's Thursday? And that's the final day of the convention, too, by the way. I wouldn't want to be him on Thursday.
Huh.
You want to go first, Becca, or you want me to?
Yeah, Jenny, can you please go first? I'm dissecting this thing.
Okay, so I have the working together on dark money on the bottom. So that's the shadow of the reading, right? On Thursday, the 27th, I'm getting that there's breaking news, something about a court case, a new action. Trump's challenge will be to get a circle of support around him. But it does involve a court case, and he's stuck. He's stuck right in the middle of it. So it's going to take up media space all over the place. And then I get like trying to travel, trying to go, trying to get away, trying to move from it. Here's Trump trying to say it's all a lie. He gets blocked. He kind of like goes away hiding is what I'm getting. So, and then there's his little buddy. He goes into hiding with his little buddy.
Good old devil.
Speaking of little buddies, he's got a major obstacle after Thursday. He's got a major obstacle.
All right, I'm picking up a lot of stuff here. I got the child, the ship, the stars, the heart, the book on the first row, fox, crossroads, clover, snake, sun on the second row. Central to the reading, I have the stars and the clover. New hope, new opportunity, new direction forward. However, if this is something on media, it's like comedy. It's like there's something like a TV joke, a TV comedy. I mean, I don't know if this guy's coming out with or thinking about some sort of a new joke or a new show, but it's comedy. There's something here about theater, but it's funny with the clover. It's for laughter. There's something here about a new journey in a new direction that's passionate, but then there's something here that is not known that could be a project or some form of study. There are several areas that need to be looked at, perhaps multiple jobs, fraud around the election, some false hope, but then it becomes exposed. There's something here about a successful child. Does it go this way? Yeah, this way, a successful child. There's some trouble in regards to a journey, like a journey is not true. And then there's something like on television that puts the spotlight on something, but it's almost like like these two. This is comedy. This is like glitz and glam on TV, and it's a show. It's like a comedy show or something. I don't know what the hell this guy's doing. There's fraud or something suspicious in regards to that show. Something sneaky, something here about multiple affairs, multiple trips, multiple journeys, betrayal in an affair, and something about being hopeful about a secret or hopeful about some sort of knowledge. The Child That Stars the Book, it could be like a new show, a small show, a children's show, and a journey that is passionate, a false. I got the fox, the clover, the sun. This is also something that is opportunistic, but it's meant to be funny and bring happiness. So I don't know. Is this guy doing a new show or what?
So here's why I asked.
Is he going to start doing a live from the White House, like a real presidents of the DC circuit?
I'm picking up something like comedy on TV. I don't know what the hell that is. Maybe it's the RNC. I don't know.
Here's why I asked, because I get exposure of secrets is the first thing with the sun and the high priestess. And then there is an ending to something, but it is initially unknown. Here with the death card and the moon. There is also something that he was held back from that was holding him, but in a bad way for him. Like for instance, if Barr is shielding him from something, it breaks apart here with the tower because it comes to an ending. So something that was shielding him, I'll say it that way, is being destroyed here with the tower. He also, again, I get the thing with the trip too. He is trying to take a trip somewhere, or is going to try to initiate a trip somewhere with the Ace of Wands and the Chariot. So the reason I asked, and before I even say it, while we were on the verge of conspiracy theories, it has been debunked. It was not true. But the Simpsons have been predicting here with the comedy show a lot of stuff, not just stuff with Donald Trump, but a lot of stuff, period. And so there's a rumor on the internet that he's going to buy tickets to the park on August the 27th. And the Simpsons was the one that they were saying that, and that has been ruled as not true, even though they had him laying in the dark box. So that's why I wanted to know potentially how would that day go for him.
I was getting a false hope and something around a children's show that was comedy.
So we're probably all going to start seeing clips on the news during his speeches.
Yep, there's the comedy
how
show.
That came up anyway.
False hope. Dang it. Dang it. Dang you, Simpsons.
Since Trump looks like he's thinking about a trip somewhere, I don't know if you guys caught, there was a large Russian plane parked at the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania airport. And it was seen loading like very large cranes, which were manufactured here in the US. But it was kind of interesting because Harrisburg is not an airport you think of in the US when you think of international airports. And this plane is like one of the largest planes in the world. It's bigger than an Airbus, so it has to have, it can only land at certain airports because of the size of it. So Trump was in Pennsylvania at the same time at Scranton, Pennsylvania, where Biden is from. in that area. So what's that plane really there for? What was it there for? Did Trump meet with anybody from Russia while it was here, or was it just picking up machines?
Picking up machines that they couldn't possibly make in their own country.
Yeah. Giant cranes.
And Trump went to see them?
Trump was in Scranton, PA. The day that Joe was doing his speech, he was trying to be in Joe's hometown. You know, Joe's from Delaware, was a senator from Delaware, and he lives in Delaware now, but his birthplace is Scranton. So he was nearby to this Harrisburg airport.
I get there was a conversation had here with the moon. This is your mysteries, your unknown mistruths, things of that nature. Here with the Queen of Cups is also supportive card for me. The Three of Swords and the Seven of Cups means that something was intentionally masked. It looked like something else here with the Seven of Cups. And then it ends in the Ace of Wands, which is confirmation, but it is also a new action that I clarified with the Three of Pentacles, your collaborations. So I'm going to go with the yes, he did meet with somebody. And they talked about how to hold on to his position with the Four of Pentacles.
Yeah, Trump's trying to defend his position somehow. I get the Queen of Wands, which is an open and honest queen. She's very communicative in most cases, but she's a fiery queen, so she can be a little bit impulsive. There was a little bit of bullying going on, and feeling burdened, trying to get more money, trying to get the legacy, trying to find their balance. And there's a little shifting of funds going on here. I get Trump's not accepting what's offered. He's in a wait and see mode, and he's just kind of hanging on. But I feel like if it has to do with the election, he's looking at how do I get all these votes, and I'm just hanging on to 40% of them. There was a little sneakiness and scheming going on, making plans, and then there my Putin card falls out. So I feel like it's somebody that works for Putin that he may have met with.
This is weird.
What are you getting, Becca?
Well, let me see if I can condense this. I got the fox, the coffin, the heart, the storks, the man. Down here, I got the bear, the house, the clovers, the whip, the stars. Fox and coffin. Investigating. This could be something as simple as investigating a box. However, if that is in reference to a box, it is nowhere near the stars, which would be like a server or something like that. I don't have the crossroads here, so it wouldn't be a box with technology for voting. It's not that. It could be just inspecting a box, inspecting something that is closed off, and then there's a change of heart and a passionate change, a passionate improvement for whoever this person is. Okay, the bottom row, there's something here about financing the family and an opportunity to abuse or repeat something that was successful before, because this is talking about a repetition of something that was done previously. Repeated change. but it's difficult change. It's not easy, but it's a repeated change. There's fraud here in regards to finance, but there's also someone that may have snuck on or something that is a powerful financier. This is fraud, and then here's finance and resources. This could have been something that was said about food here with the bear, but it's fraudulent. It's sneaky. It's not what it appears to be. Does that make any sense? Boxes in the house, boxes in somebody's home, an area that's closed off domestically, an opportunity for something passionate, a difficult change, but it's repeated, and his success. There's a man here that's an oligarch or a person in a position of authority or a person that has a lot of financing here. And they snuck in. They were smart and strategic about how they snuck in, and they were successful. Does that make sense?
The other thing that kind of makes me nervous about, because Flynn was involved in trying to do this, trying to kidnap that guy that's from Turkey, who's hiding in the Poconos in Pennsylvania, which is right above Harrisburg.
What? Michael Flynn was going to help kidnap somebody?
He was going to help. Yeah, back in 2016, 2017, he was going to try to help kidnap this guy who was from Turkey and take him back to Turkey to Erdogan or whatever his name is. Erdogan, thank you. He was going to kidnap him and take him back because he's wanted there because he's a dissident. Like, he keeps things stirred up, but he's got asylum here in the U.S.
Wow.
And I started wondering, I wonder if Russia's going to try to kidnap that guy and take him back to Turkey or something under some disguise of, oh, we're here to pick up some equipment. Yeah, Flynn got caught once before. That was brought up in the Mueller report, talking about his wanting to kidnap that guy, and I can't think of his name.
I remember seeing it on Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
And how is that not charges on Michael Flynn for trying to kidnap a person here that's protected with asylum or whatever he is, to try to kidnap him to do a dictator's bidding and please?
Because they had so many, he had 7 charges against him.
And mind you, he did cooperate to sort of plea deal his son. So maybe he got some sort of cooperation from Mueller on that too.
That's nuts.
Gulen. Thank you, Lama. Gulen, that's his name. The guy that's hiding out, Fethullah Gulen. He's hiding out in the Poconos. He's got a property there in the Poconos, and he's been hiding out from Turkey. He has asylum here in the U.S. And Trump and Flynn, everybody keep wanting to help Erdogan out and give him back to Turkey, where he'll be assassinated if he goes back.
Well, remember, he wanted to give up, Trump wanted to hand over the Russian ambassador to Putin. Remember when he floated that?
Yeah.
It's mental. It's mental.
I don't know. So thank you, Rose. So let's ask, this Fethullah, is it Gulen or Golan? Gulen? I think it's Gulen. Did this trip by this Russian plane into Harrisburg, Pennsylvania have anything to do with this Turkish? I'm just going to pull 3 cards and see if I can get a yes, no.
Will the Russian flight have anything to do with Golem?
Or Gian, or however you pronounce it, Golan. Got my Putin card on the bottom. I'm not getting a yes, no.
I still get that it was for balancing his information, how to hang on to his job. That's what I did.
How to shift votes
Mhm.
and or money, how to be strong. Yes, I don't think it did. So I just wanted to check because it's just kind of strange at Harrisburg of all places.
I'm getting that there's a very dangerous lie here, very dangerous betrayal that gets exposed. Maybe something about hacking here.
Shifting votes. Probably giving him some voting machines so they can practice up on how to hack them.
Oh, hi, Whimsy. Thank you. Whimsy wants to know, Jenny, supposedly Kim Jong-un is in a coma. I've been getting that homeboy's kaput.
It's
He's gone.
a person in South Korea. They don't say who. They just say some journalist somewhere said that he is in a coma, but nobody else is saying it except that person.
Let me ask real quick. Is Kim
Thank you, Whimsy, by the way.
But I never got that he was dead. My cards never said he was dead, but my cards also never said Epstein killed himself either.
I've always gotten he's either dead or brain dead. Like he's not of this earth anymore.
I just got tickets to the park, so I'll see. Let me see. Is Kim Jong-un in a coma? Is Kim Jong-un in a coma?
Johnny, you'll have your computer set up next week so we get to see your face again, right?
Maybe. This is less pressure this way. I don't have to do my makeup or nothing.
I'm getting that what's being reported, the report that's being delivered as news is false. That would be a no. But
They've had they took 90 days to announce his dad's death, so
yeah.
I get my cards can't tell me because it is between here and there is what I was heard. That was what I just heard. Because here's my card for tarot. So this is what my cards are saying. But I get the devil and the 7 of swords. Now, traditionally, this would be like there's some big giant lie happening. But what it is saying to me here is that they can't, because I keep asking and I never get that he's dead. You cannot tell me because he is between worlds or something like that. It's kind of like he's in a coma, so he's conscious and unconscious.
yeah, I get he's quite happy in his transition. He's on the other side. This is work I get by his sister to try to take over,
Because mind you, there is a report also that he has been giving more authority to the sister. That is what the report is saying, that he has been giving her some delegations. Hey, do this, do that.
Yeah, she's about to inherit the family business.
No, JR, not false that he's dead. This is not another one of those, oh, so-and-so isn't really dead. He faked his death and fled to Russia. What I was trying to say, JR, was that what they're reporting in Korea that he's in a coma, I was getting that report is false. He's not really in a coma. He's kaput.
So let's ask it this way. Why is the sister gaining more responsibility and power?
As my death card keeps coming up on the bottom and the like every time I cut, I get death and tower and justice, Hierophant. Somebody's taking over. Grandma's on the roof and she won't come down. What's Grandma doing on the roof?
Why is Kim Jong-un's sister gaining more power?
It's the devil again. There's the same cards again. So I get it's on the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. She's been gifted responsibility because there's an imbalance happening right now. And so I tried to clarify the imbalance. I get the Five of Cups, which is sadness, the Two of Swords, which is stalemate. And I get the Devil, Hierophant, Seven of Swords, Hermit, Queen of Cups. Like there is an imbalance of authority and position. Someone is not able to fulfill certain things. So that's why she has more powers, because somebody else cannot complete their duties.
Yeah, I get this was the plan by her. And I get a yes card on that. This is a premeditated thing. Fortunes changed, and now she is now the center of attention. And there you go, another devil in charge. It's like this is her work. Kim is transitioned. But she's also transitioning into the power, into the family legacy. So I think she's been in charge the whole time because he's been dead the whole time. So we've got, another 30 days probably till we hear, oh, he died. I'm sorry to look at that, but that's North Korea.
I'm getting the woman. So she's showing up here. The birds, the dog, the mountain, the clover, and then beneath her I have the scythe. She's dangerous. The ring, the man, I'm assuming this is her brother, Fox, and thank you, Indira, for Jenny. The fox and the cross. She's gaining more power because homeboy down here is
he went and searched for sacrifice.
Yep, he went looking for sacrifice, and she's dangerous. She is dangerous too. And then there was a broken promise with him. There was a broken promise with this person, and suspicious suffering with her brother. A broken promise. So he's been cut out of the promise.
Literally and figuratively.
So, yep.
She's in charge of the government.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the new job. So, Katie Porter, she gonna replace Kamala Mamala in the Senate?
I love Katie Porter.
I adore her. I can't wait to see her go after DeJoy from the Postmaster General.
Oh,
I can't wait for that.
I would love to see somebody like her as AG.
If she pulls out that little whiteboard and starts marking on it, you're in for a good ride.
So will Katie Porter move to the Senate?
I think the governor has been floating her name. Will she move to the Senate?
Katie Porter move to the Senate.
She gets a promotion of some. What is she now?
She's in the House.
She gets a promotion of some sort. I get the Five of Pentacles. Somebody is gone. And then there's the Knight of Wands, so someone sort of moves into action. There's the Nine of Cups, so it's something that she desires as well. It seems more committee, so this could be something because the Senate has 1,000 committees. But I get again with the Two of Pentacles, there will be sort of a new burden in a nice way, put on her to where she has to now juggle a couple of things. There's also some sort of advocacy. I can't say that word now. Advocacy for children and bringing someone or something to justice with communication, children, and justice card. So she's going to be doing something with bringing someone to justice about children. Again, with the Eight of Swords, it is committee-wise. So like she's on a board or on a committee or on some sort of governing body that is an elevation for her.
Yeah,
but I get this now.
they're kind of mulling it over right now. They're sleeping on it, but they have been talking to her and bonding with her. The challenge, and this is a little bit scary, the challenge is Trump and some sneakiness that's going on with him. So, if Trump does something crooked with the election, there could be a delay. But I do get for Katie, there is a change of who she is working with. She's showing up here as the Queen of Pentacles, and I get a yes card, my Ace of Swords. So I would say she will, as long as Trump doesn't get away with any of his sneakiness in the election.
I'm kind of getting a no. I'm getting that there is going to be a choice or a vote that's made that brings a decision here, but there's competition. These are two negatives and a neutral. If this is in reference to the actual election, there's going to be a problem and a lot of fighting here around votes or around the election. But for her to get into the Senate, there's something around votes, a swift decision, and then fighting, arguing, competition. So
I still get something new with her, and it involves children, some sort of. But I never got a yes, no. But I do get some sort of committee.
Trump keeps floating that we should have a new election. Like he keeps floating that idea, and we haven't even had this election, but he's already saying like it's going to be so bad. Like if I don't win, it's wrong. So.
And he's already floating the idea, too, that he should get 3 terms because the first one he was under investigation. So that doesn't count. Give him this one that I'm going to win, that if I don't win, we're going to have a do-over. Give me that one and then the next one after that.
Let's do over the first one and let's see if Hillary wins this time. How about that?
Yeah.
He's just nuts. He's mental.
Because I guarantee you would lose.
I will walk through hell and broken glass to vote that man out. I swear. And I'll take a bus with me for anybody that wants to go.
I tell you, hell's not bad in the wintertime, so it's not. It's okay.
Oh,
winter is coming.
So I'm just going to look at the election, like what's going on around the election with Trump. We've gotten before there'll be a delay in announcing the winner. Well, that's to be expected with handwritten ballots and stuff, write-in ballots.
He said he's going to send cops in every state to the voting polls, like he has power over everybody's cops.
Which is also illegal because that's intimidation.
So, and I say send them there. That way you don't have, Bocephus and Cletus come down there with big guns saying that, they're protecting their freedom.
Man, they're going to have to extract that SOB out of there so fast.
I'm here for it.
Let's see what happens on election
day. Confusion in the world. So there is going to be a displaced message in the media, something that is going to cause confusion. It is about votes with the Page of Pentacle and the Temperance. There is also a trying to get to higher ground about who wins. Here with the Chariot, that's victory and strength. But in the end, he does have the 3 of Swords for his black, dark heart. So he is going to try to manipulate. He's going to try to throw out the message of, voter this and illegals that, and this didn't count, and people voted way too many times. And he's going to try all that crap and put it all out there. His Twitter is going to be on fire that day. Be a good comedy show, but he loses in the end.
Yeah, I have completion end of a cycle for him. He's going to claim victory before the election, and then after the election, he's like not accepting what's offered. He's going to, his challenge is to have it investigated and trying to move them into action. He's just going to be very erratic. There's going to be recounts. He's going to burden the whole process, but in the end, he gets anxiety. He's transitioning away. Bye-bye. I feel like Nancy is prepared for this. Like she knows what's coming. And she's already got people working behind the scenes, cooperating, working together on a plan of what are we going to do when he like says blah, 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 you know? So I feel like they're getting forearmed with everything that's going to happen.
I'm getting that he's hopeful that what he's done is enough to suppress and hurt. He's hopeful for that. But if it comes out that it's not, he's going to contest and fight it and want to remain secured. Stay secured, be committed, be persistent in reaching his goal with his commitment to what he wants the outcome to be. And it's almost like he's going to declare victory beforehand because he's hopeful that what he's done has been enough. But when it doesn't turn out that way, he fights it. He's going to fight it. But it's like there's trouble with the election here. For him, there's going to be trouble for the election, and he's going to fight it.
He's going to buy tickets to the cross on this one.
Yep. He's going to take it to every court in the United States of America, then take it to the Supreme Court. It don't matter, homeboy, come January, what is it, January 20th at 12 p.m.? Peace. Get out. That's our house. Get out.
He has to pay for contesting the election and the recounts. So I wonder if he'll just pull the money out the RNC.
He will.
So I got a question. Will the crowd size to watch Trump leave the White House be bigger than his inauguration crowd?
Yes, that's a good one.
Yes.
Will the crowd size to watch Trump leave the White House in January 2020? Or 2021, right? We're in 2020. Will the crowd size to watch Trump leave the White House be bigger than his inauguration crowd size?
Will the crowds for when Trump leaves the White House be bigger than when he was inaugurated? Girl, I'm telling you, the world is going to be celebrating.
Joy and harmony. 10 of Cups.
Karma. Karma, baby.
I'm getting hell yes. There's the sun, there's the anchor, there's the sun, there's the key. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yes.
It's funny how the Justice card in this deck has like an eye and it's crying on there. Yeah, joy and harmony. It will.
Yeah, I get a big yes, like bring him out. Bring him out. You know, where's the smug Trump? Bring him out. I also get there's a huge support for Biden.
We're going to hear the angels sing when that
Well,
comes out of it.
let's piggyback and see if, and I won't name a name, we'll just say, will next year's inauguration be bigger than 2016?
Well, next
Crowd
year's inauguration crowd size be
I won't
bigger.
Well, we have
Biden.
more than a tractor full parade. Right, Artie? It's right. More than a tractor full.
Well, are they even going to have a crowd because of COVID?
No. Well, that's what my cards say.
It's like people are stuck at home, you know?
I get the 4 of Pentacles, so that's trapped. Well, not trapped, but it's reserved, basically. And then the Temperance. Temperance is about health for me. 3 of Swords, Knight of Cups. There is a desire to with the Knight of Cups, but there is a separation that also happens, like maybe social distancing as well. 3 of Swords. The Magician, the Ultimate Liar, has sort of met an end here with the 10 of Swords. And it ends in the 9 of Swords. So it's kind of 9 of Swords right next to the Queen of Pentacles, which is my card for America. So it's a desire to, but it's not going to happen the way to make the crowd size bigger. So no. Online, maybe yes, but in person, no.
Which will then he'll go like, sorry, go ahead, Jenny.
I get like through the internet or something. There's a huge crowd supporting, but anxiety at going in person. So people are celebrating the victory. There is strength behind that. You just can't see them. And again, I guess there's a big crowd side to see the Gemini president isolated. The judges and onlookers, they might risk it just to watch him be hauled out. I would. If I lived in that area, I would risk it. I'd wear a mask and I'd go down there to watch him haul him out.
Absolutely.
I'm getting that there's a persistent abundance of support for the new person that's a BFF. They're like your BFF. Yes. But, with the COVID thing and everything, even when we get him out of office, when the police has to come in and drag him out, he's going to be like, for the next 3 months, we're going to hear nothing but my crowd size was bigger. Look, watch the tape.
Yeah, there are a couple of businesses that are opening the doors. There's a wrestling promotion that is going to start letting people come in. There's a couple of concerts that are supposed to be taking place too, and not to mention there was a concert at the Sturgis rally too. So there are a couple of people who are trying to get crowds back into buildings because humans are smart.
Well, purely for entertainment purposes, only YouTube. I would enjoy watching his ass get pulled out.
Jenny,
How was it you put it, Becca, last night in your live stream? Elbows and butts? Elbows and
elbows. Ass and elbows.
Ass and elbows.
Jenny, are you going to be watching it with your Trump pinata beating the crap out of it, or flying a baby balloon?
I'm going to get a Trump pinata and learn Spanish just so I can hit it and say Spanish words at the same time. Over and over again.
I'll teach you some good ones, Johnny.
Okay.
Okay, so Trump, is he going to get implicated in the build the wall Bannon fiasco?
You know what? My sister and I were watching yesterday Steve Bannon coming out of the court after he got bail. Holy crap, did he cut cosmetic surgery? It must have been him because his skin was different, Jenny. It wasn't like
that blotchiness.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
He's allergic to America. It'll come back. Yes. He was gone for so long, and his skin cleared up. Oh, magician and the devil. I'm done already. That's a yes for me. You got the ultimate liar that I named, the magician. I called them the ultimate liar because they're able to deceive and keep your attention in focus and cooperation at the same time, like a magician would. And then there's the devil, the traditional ultimate liar. So, yeah, he will be. 10 of Pentacles, there's your money, big money too, for some project that's supposed to be working on, and it ends in the 5 of Swords. So, yeah, there's defeat there too.
Yep, I get the same thing. He was cooperating. His challenge will be justice here. I get the magician too. And, the family, this is a family business, so to speak, the crime family, the syndicate. I get a big old yes card, the sun there. He's stuck right in the middle of it. He's trapped right in the middle. So he's going to be going to court. We're going to be hearing about that. There'll be a new action after his transition. After he leaves the White House is what I'm getting.
I'm getting a yes. There was something that was done that was foreign, distant, around transportation or something like that, but they catch him through an important contract. There's something that he did around a very important contract that implicates him with these two.
Shell company?
Nope. It's a contract. It's a contract here. And it has to do with something that's foreign or far away. And it's funny too, because the other day Jenny was telling me that he told Department of Homeland Security to give $400 million contract. There's your contract, you know.
Yeah.
But what's funny is I saw something being reported on Twitter. I sent it to Jenny. The ACLU was talking about it. So I'm like, if the ACLU is on this, it's probably legit. So, and since it happened right before the weekend, those shows are pre-recorded. We'll probably hear all about it next week, you know? So it's through a contract that they catch him on.
Well, and Don Jr. was in like commercials, you know, talking about it and interviews talking about it. So let's take a look at Don Jr. He's got next year the referrals from the Senate. He'll probably be under investigation for those, and then he's got this build the wall thing. How's Don Jr.'s 2021 going to go for him?
Fund the post office, you guys. Let's keep it open. They'll take down all of Spanky's little criminal friends. So, Don Jr. 2021.
Yeah. Well, he's facing the sword of truth. That fell out.
I get there's a major obstacle for him because of someone that worked in the government. So I'm going to say it's his father, more than likely. There's also documents with the Page of Pentacles, and it has something to do with cars, land, or I'll say vehicles, land, and plans, like future plans for like his buddies, I'm going to say, for people that he knows or people that get like sweetheart deals. So he's got a lot of land and transportation, or land and vehicles for land or something of that nature. That's only pulled these few cards with. He's got some documents that are going to implicate him seriously.
Yeah, I get contracts right off the bat with him that he's tried to cover up. He's worked with others on dark money. That's on the bottom. By 2021, his tower moment's behind him, so he might get arrested this year. So something to look forward to, because there's a new action getting ready to sitting right on top of him right now.
Merry Christmas.
So somebody's getting ready to talk about him. So maybe Bannon's going to turn on him, flip on him, tell a little bit. By 2021, everything's changed. He's in the courts. There it comes again. That sort of truth. I always said I see him in a burgundy jumpsuit instead of an orange one. It's kind of a burgundy cape on this guy. He's lawyering up next year because he's.
No, wait, wasn't it Bannon that dogged out all of Donald Trump's kids? I can't remember. It was way early in the beginning. I thought it was Bannon that like really dogged out all of Trump's kids.
He dogged out Junior and Kushner, especially Kushner, and he said that they were going to skin him alive about the tower meeting. I'm getting that there's a woman that becomes a target. There's a woman that becomes a target because of multiple contracts that were made that were fraudulent. There's a criminal conspiracy here. Something around an article to remove. So I don't know if this is, and this right here is an investigative report, something that was cut out of that report. Dangerous mail, dangerous messages. So this could go back to something that was on the Mueller report, an investigative report, paperwork that's fraudulent. A woman comes forward about some sort of contract that they got lucky on. But here's a criminal conspiracy and fraud and thievery here. Illegality this way. It's like they put a target on a woman and that becomes dangerous for him. So I don't know if this is hacking the mail also. So I don't know that this goes back to his participation in hacking the emails, but it's all there's a woman that gets a target put on her. And then there's multiple contracts or multiple promises that were fraudulent. And that was part of a criminal conspiracy. And then she comes forward when she realizes she's a target.
Wow.
So
Before or after the election?
I asked, the question was Donald Trump Jr., January 2021.
Okay.
So
somebody's going to whistle blow on him.
Probably his sister, blame everything on him. Whoever that woman is.
The Kardashians and Kanye West. Just guilt by association, maybe. I don't know. Are they money laundering? Because anybody else connected to Trump pretty much is. I mean, Bannon just got arrested for it. So.
Oh yeah, we need to see who paid his bail too.
Oh yeah.
We got to look at that.
Are the Kardashians?
Are they money laundering?
Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Are they money laundering?
I mean, her dad was a lawyer, right? So I can't imagine she would be stupid enough to money launder.
Isn't she going to law school too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I get she just has an obscene amount of money with her work because she makes everything, purses and makeups and colognes and perfumes and crap and all this crap. So I think she has honest money. I'm gonna ask about Kanye though, because he cried broke one time, as the saying goes. You cry broke with a loaf of bread under your arm. He cried broke and then asked Zuckerberg for $1 billion.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm getting that for Kim. No, she's pure in her celebrity. Like she's not doing anything bad for Kim.
Yeah, I get Kim's following her father's footsteps. It's the family business, the family legacy. So she's going the legal road. But I do get that there is going to be a burden around them. And I think it's coming from the House about, why Kanye's running for president. So they're about to have a rough transition. Yeah, they want to know all the details about why he's running, but I don't get any money laundering cards.
Ooh, Kanye in trouble. What you getting for Kanye, Johnny?
I get manipulation and the world. So there's manipulation of message and media. I don't get laundering, but I do get that he has a very, very bad end with the 10 of Swords and the Hangman. So he will have also some self-sacrifice. So he would be losing money, I believe. Losing status, losing fame, losing fortune. He's going to lose a whole lot come this next year.
I'm getting divorce.
Yeah.
He ring scythe, an important marriage, an important relationship that gets broken. That's it. Divorce. Lord.
Okay, so Steve Bannon had a $5 million bail. Who paid it? Where does money come from?
Too fair.
Did it come from the yacht guy that was, he's on that multi-million-dollar yacht, the billionaire's yacht? Did it come from the Mercers, who he used to be connected with? Not sure he's still connected with them, but
that's the first card I pulled. Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. So there's the opportunity for money. Someone he has a relationship with or worked with before. With the Four of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, they're the one who did the paying out. And the Nine of Wands. This is also not a gift. This is meant to be returned in some sort of way. So he's sort of like an indentured servant, right? But it's Rebecca Mercer.
Okay.
And I'm sure he's got some money, but he didn't pay for it. I got a woman.
Yeah, well, he, he stole $1 million from the Build the Wall fund, right? So he doesn't have that much money. So here he is. It's funny how it's coming out. He's stuck in jail. His challenge is to come up with the bail money. So I'll make one quick phone call to somebody that's got all the money, that I've worked with in the past. And I get it's a man. So it could be Rebecca Mercer's dad. But I get the sword of truth on that. Is somebody that he's worked with in the past, and he's worked with the Mercers a lot within the government realm of things they wanted to happen in the government. They came running and they very quickly bailed him out. So it's kind of funny how it came out.
I'm getting the writer, the garden, the lilies. The news went to a conservative organization. This would be like a retirement community because it's an organization full of seniors, an organization full of conservative, moral sort of people, purist, if you want to say. But the lilies is specifically an older man within this organization. So, but it's saying the news went to an organization of conservatives. So, and there's one man here in particular. I don't know who this is. So.
Thank you, Mimai. About out of time here. Let's see. Let's look at how best, someone asked, all these questions come from our viewers, for those that are watching, most of them anyway. How best can we care for our mind, body, spirit, and emotions through the fall? Because we know it's going to be a very trying time this fall. So let's just pull some angel advice or whatever you want to call it. Thank you, Rhonda.
So one tarot and one lemon.
Thank you, Mariana.
Cut out what makes you anxious. This little message comes up a lot. 9 of Swords and the Scythe. There are things you do not need to indulge in, and you know it, but you turn it on because you're curious. If the news gives you anxiety, turn it off. If a reader gives you anxiety, turn it off. If whatever it is, if you're walking down the street and you don't like the plants in that person's yard, walk the other way. Just stop creating situations for yourself that will cause you anxiety and stress and worry, nightmares, hair falling out, whatever it is. You know what bothers you at this point in your life. You're not 5. You know what bothers you. Cut that part out. However, people have to look at it and they don't like that you cut them off if it's a person. Whatever. You have to do what you need to do for your own mental health. The 9 of Swords is about mental health. So you have to do what you need to do for you.
Yeah, I'm getting go within, so meditating, if that helps. It's funny. Johnny calls the Queen of Wands the reader card for him, and it's because I'm a fire sign woman that's a reader, and I have cats, and that there's a little black cat on it. So she's now she's showing up for me as a reader. So watching the readers, if that helps. If it doesn't, detach from them. But don't keep playing a loop in your own head. This card is about being in a prison in your own mind. So don't keep playing the loop over and over again in your own head. If something is getting to your spirit and you got to break that loop, you got to get out and go for a walk or do something. But be gentle on yourself. We are going through a transition here. So there's going to be a lot of media, regurgitating it all. Thank you, Astrid. Partner with somebody that you love. Just get out, offer to do something for somebody else. And then I have on the bottom my gratitude card, the abundance card with the Empress. So keeping a gratitude journal is a great way to keep your spirit energy going and positive.
Mm-hmm.
I got the dog, the heart, the snake, the clouds, the coffin, the child, and the anchor. Trust in your heart that the lies, the gaslighting, all that nasty stuff is going to come to an end. Trust it. Trust it like you know the sun's going to rise in the east in the morning and set in the west. Trust it. It's going to be, it can get ugly. But trust that in the end, we will find new security. Keep your eye on the ball. Be persistent in your goals. You will reach your goals. There's going to be a bumpy road in between, but we'll get to our goal. It's just trust it. Trust it. So that's what I'm getting.
Okay, final reading of the night, just to lighten it up and have a little fun. Is Melania going to plagiarize Michelle Obama's speech at the RNC this week? Can she stand it? Was she sitting there writing it all down or taping it? Or
Well,
I showed you Herman Cain and take it from Pokemon.
Yeah,
I showed you guys earlier. Somebody had already done that on Twitter. They took a video of Melania talking and they muted her and they put Michelle Obama's speech over. So I'm like, yep.
What on Twitter they kept joking, like, don't worry if you missed Michelle Obama's speech last week, you'll get to hear it again this week when Melania gives it. So is she going to plagiarize her again? I don't really care. Do you?
I do get it is a new speech, but somebody else wrote it.
Stephen Miller?
It is a man. He did indeed write it. It is a greedy man, but he works in communications.
Oh.
So it's good. And there's 3 men here. Why is there 3? Her team of writers are all men.
Well, it could be Stephen. Because I got the devil right there.
Oh, Lord
Somebody is definitely a man. It feels like maybe borrowing a little inspiration. Taking it and growing upon Michelle's speech. So taking an idea from within it and growing it. There'll be some deceptions in it, but she definitely she's going to have to defend her speech later. So I'm not quite sure what that's about.
She probably took it from George Washington then, and they'll have to dig it up and find it.
Yeah, because there's a little bullying. So I don't know. Maybe she take it from Jackie O or somebody. She just dug up the Rose Garden Jackie O redid. And
did you guys ever watch Anchor Guy?
Anchorman, yeah.
Anchorman, like when she was trying to get him fired and they switched the thing on the teleprompter and he said all those bad things about San Diego. I bet you they would do that to her and she wouldn't even know. She'd just be like, say something horrible. But I'm getting something, and someone in the administration has already promised to work on what was written, what she's going to be reading off of. So, like you said, they're probably going to dig up history on Jackie O and plagiarize that because, why not? Lord.
Thank you, Indigo. So next week, we're back on Becca's channel, House of Lenormand. Join us there, same time, same place. We'll be seeing Johnny, hopefully, because he'll have his computer back.
Johnny, can we see your face before we go good night?
No.
No, you don't want to pop in? Be mean.
Because that means I have to move stuff.
Just pop your head.
I used to look like that at one point. So there you go.
There's Johnny. There's Johnny. Oh.
Johnny's had quite a weekend moving. It's exhausting. So
my eyes are red. I look like I've been doing Adderall all night. So
He looked like Steve Bannon. Oh my God. Steve Bannon, you were talking about his skin looks different, like he said, cosmetic surgery, but his eyes still look bloodshot.
and his stomach looks like, when there's alcoholic men and they just drink so much that their liver swells and they have like this permanent pregnant belly, like it's hard. Yep. It's hard. Yeah, that's how he looked.
He looked like he was 10 months pregnant. He was like huge belly. Definitely that pregnant belly look was crazy.
He close to the park then.
Beer belly.
Yeah, it was beyond beer belly. It was like, oh my gosh, he is. Well, thank you guys for watching us again. We love doing this with you on Sunday nights, and we'll see you next Sunday. And watch out for Red Lentil Healing tomorrow night. I'll be on her channel. Thank you, Asia. I'll be on her channel tomorrow night, so you can watch us there. Bye.
Bye.